Tell me about yourself.
Certainly, thank you for this opportunity. I recently graduated with a Bachelor of Technology degree in Civil Engineering from Indian Institute of Technology Madras in 2024. Throughout my academic journey, I developed a strong foundation in core civil engineering principles, including structural analysis, geotechnical engineering, transportation planning, and water resources management. I particularly excelled in subjects like structural design, which sparked my interest in the design of sustainable and earthquake-resistant structures. To complement my theoretical knowledge, I actively sought practical experience through various projects and an internship at Larsen & Toubro Construction in Chennai. During my internship, I was involved in assisting senior engineers with the structural design and analysis of a commercial building project, including reviewing drawings and performing quantity estimations. This experience provided me with valuable insights into the real-world application of engineering principles and the importance of teamwork and attention to detail in project execution. My coursework and projects have equipped me with proficiency in relevant software tools such as AutoCAD, Revit, and STAAD.Pro, and I possess strong analytical, problem-solving, and communication skills. I am a highly motivated and detail-oriented individual with a genuine passion for contributing to the development of sustainable and resilient infrastructure, and I am eager to apply my skills and enthusiasm in a challenging and growth-oriented environment like the one offered at your esteemed organization.
Walk me through your resume.
Sure. My resume provides a detailed overview of my academic and practical experiences in civil engineering. Starting from the top, you'll see my contact information, including my name and location in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Moving to the education section, I recently obtained my Bachelor of Technology degree in Civil Engineering from the Indian Institute of Technology Madras in 2024. During my 4 years there, I consistently maintained a strong academic record, focusing on core subjects like structural analysis, geotechnical engineering, transportation engineering, and water resources. I also pursued elective courses in advanced concrete technology and earthquake engineering, reflecting my specific interest in resilient structural design. Further down, you'll find details about some of the key projects I undertook during my studies. One significant project was the design and analysis of a sustainable multi-story residential building. In this project, I was responsible for the structural design aspects, including load calculations, selection of appropriate structural elements, and ensuring compliance with IS 456:2000. I utilized tabs for structural analysis and AutoCAD for drafting the detailed drawings. This project honed my skills in applying theoretical knowledge to practical design scenarios and working within the constraints of Indian building codes. Another notable project was feasibility study for a new road construction project in a hilly terrain. Here, I was involved in conducting site surveys using a total station, analyzing topographical data with ArcGIS, and preparing preliminary cost estimates and alignment plans, which provided me with valuable experience in transportation planning and surveying techniques. My resume also highlights my internship experience at Larsen & Toubro Construction in Chennai during the summer of 2023. As a structural design intern, I had the opportunity to work alongside experienced engineers on a live commercial building project. My responsibilities included assisting with the review of structural drawings, performing quality checks on site, and gaining exposure to various construction methodologies. This internship provided me with invaluable practical insights into the construction industry and reinforced the importance of effective communication and teamwork on large-scale projects. In terms of skills, as you can see on my resume, I have a strong command of several key software tools essential for civil engineering, including AutoCAD, Revit, STAAD.Pro, and basic proficiency in ArcGIS. I am also proficient in programming languages like Python, which I utilized for data analysis in some of my projects. Beyond technical skills, I possess strong analytical and problem-solving abilities, which were consistently developed through my coursework and projects. I am also a proactive and detail-oriented individual with excellent communication and teamwork skills, honed through collaborative projects and extracurricular activities, such as being an active member of the Civil Engineering Students Association at my university, where I helped organize technical workshops and seminars. Overall, my resume reflects a strong academic foundation, relevant practical experience, and a genuine enthusiasm for contributing to the field of civil engineering.
Why should we hire you?
Thank you for asking. Based on my understanding of this role and my research into Mihiraa Construction's impactful work in civil engineering, particularly in specific area like sustainable infrastructure and bridge design that aligns with my interests and the company's focus, potentially the national highway projects, I believe I possess a strong combination of foundational knowledge, practical skills, and a genuine enthusiasm that makes me a compelling candidate. My bachelor's degree in civil engineering from IIT Madras has provided me with a robust understanding of core principles, including structural analysis, geotechnical engineering, and transportation planning, which I have further applied through projects like the design of a sustainable residential building and a feasibility study for a road construction project. I am proficient in essential software such as AutoCAD, Revit, and STAAD.Pro, and my internship experience at Larsen & Toubro Construction has given me first-hand exposure to real-world construction processes and the importance of meticulous execution. Beyond my technical skills, I am a highly motivated and detail-oriented individual with strong analytical and problem-solving abilities, as demonstrated in my academic work and projects. I am also a collaborative team player, eager to learn from experienced professionals and contribute positively to a dynamic work environment. My passion for civil engineering, coupled with my strong academic foundation and practical exposure, makes me confident that I can quickly adapt to this role and contribute meaningfully to your team's success.
What makes you different from other candidates?
While I understand that there are likely many talented candidates with strong academic backgrounds, I believe a few key aspects differentiate me. Firstly, beyond my robust theoretical foundation in civil engineering from IIT Madras, I've proactively sought opportunities to apply my knowledge in practical settings. For instance, my final year project focused on the sustainable design of a residential building, where I not only adhered to standard Indian codes like IS 456 but also explored and incorporated principles of green building practices relevant to the specific climate of Tamil Nadu, showcasing my commitment to innovative and environmentally conscious engineering solutions. Secondly, my internship experience at Larsen & Toubro Construction provided me with a tangible understanding of the complexities of large-scale construction projects, going beyond theoretical learning. I was actively involved in quality control and site supervision, which instilled in me a strong sense of responsibility and attention to detail, crucial for ensuring project success in the field. Furthermore, I am a highly proactive and quick learner. During my academic career, I independently pursued online certifications in advanced concrete technology and construction project management, demonstrating my eagerness to continuously expand my skill set beyond the curriculum. This proactive approach reflects my commitment to staying updated with the latest advancements in civil engineering practices, both within India and internationally. Finally, my passion for civil engineering extends beyond the classroom and professional settings. I am genuinely driven by the opportunity to contribute to the development of resilient and sustainable infrastructure that positively impacts communities. This enthusiasm, coupled with my strong analytical skills and collaborative spirit honed through various team projects and my involvement in the Civil Engineering Students Association, makes me confident in my ability to quickly integrate into your team and contribute meaningfully from day one.
What do you know about our company?
From my research, I understand that Mihiraa Constructions is a highly reputable civil engineering firm based in Chennai with a significant presence in the infrastructure development sector across Tamil Nadu and potentially other parts of South India. You have a strong track record in undertaking a diverse range of projects, particularly in areas such as transportation infrastructure including highways and metro rail projects, construction of commercial and residential buildings, and water and wastewater management systems. I was particularly interested to learn about your involvement in the ongoing expansion of the Chennai Metro's Blue Line. This project resonates with my interest in urban transportation and sustainable urban development. Furthermore, I noted that Mihiraa Constructions has a strong commitment to innovation and sustainable engineering practices in its operations, which aligns with my own values and the principles I learned during my studies at IIT Madras. I also understand that your company fosters a collaborative and growth-oriented work environment, which is something I highly value as a fresher eager to learn from experienced professionals and contribute to impactful projects in Chennai and beyond. The opportunity to contribute to the infrastructure development of a major metropolitan area like Chennai, with a company that has a proven track record and a forward-thinking approach, is particularly appealing to me.
Why do you want to work here?
I am particularly drawn to Mihiraa Constructions for several compelling reasons. Firstly, your strong reputation in Chennai and across South India for delivering high-quality and innovative civil engineering solutions is something I deeply admire. I've been following your work on projects like the expansion of the Chennai Metro's Blue Line and the development of sustainable housing complexes, and I am impressed by the scale and impact of your contributions to the region's infrastructure. My own passion lies in contributing to projects that have a tangible positive impact on communities, and your company's commitment to this resonates strongly with my values. Secondly, as a recent graduate from IIT Madras with a specialization in structural engineering, I am eager to apply my theoretical knowledge and practical skills in a challenging and growth-oriented environment. I believe that Mihiraa Constructions' focus on sustainable construction techniques and innovative design for urban infrastructure provides an ideal platform for me to further develop my technical abilities and learn from experienced professionals in the field. The opportunity to work on diverse projects within Chennai, a major urban center in South India, is also highly appealing. Finally, I understand that Mihiraa Constructions fosters a collaborative and forward-thinking work culture. I am a strong believer in teamwork and continuous learning, and I am confident that I would thrive in such an environment. I am eager to contribute my enthusiasm, strong work ethic, and foundational knowledge to your team and believe that this opportunity would be an excellent stepping stone in my career to become a proficient and impactful civil engineer in the vibrant city of Chennai.
Why did you choose civil engineering?
My decision to pursue civil engineering was deeply influenced by observing the dynamic growth and infrastructural development in Chennai and across South India. Growing up in this region, I've witnessed firsthand the critical role civil engineers play in shaping urban landscapes and improving the quality of life through the creation of essential infrastructure like transportation networks, sustainable buildings, and efficient water management systems. This observation sparked a genuine interest in understanding the principles behind these constructions and contributing to their future development. Beyond this regional connection, I've always possessed a strong aptitude for mathematics and physics, and I find immense satisfaction in applying these logical and analytical skills to solve practical problems. Civil engineering, with its focus on structural mechanics, material science, and design, felt like a natural and compelling field where I could leverage these strengths. The tangible nature of civil engineering, the ability to see the direct impact of one's work in the physical world, was also a significant draw for me. Furthermore, my experience during my undergraduate studies at IIT Madras solidified my choice. The rigorous curriculum, particularly in subjects like structural analysis and geotechnical engineering, provided me with a comprehensive understanding of the fundamental principles. Engaging in projects like the design of a sustainable residential building allowed me to apply these principles to real-world scenarios and further fueled my passion for the field. I believe that as Chennai and the surrounding areas continue to develop, the need for skilled and innovative civil engineers will only grow, and I am eager to contribute my knowledge and enthusiasm to this progress.
Tell us about a project you worked on during your studies.
During my undergraduate studies at IIT Madras, one project that was particularly insightful and relevant to the urban context of Chennai was titled Traffic Flow Analysis and Proposed Flyover Design for Mitigating Congestion at a Major Intersection in Chennai. This project aimed to analyze the existing traffic congestion at a critical intersection in the heart of Chennai, specifically, the Kathipara Junction, and propose a flyover design solution to improve traffic flow and reduce commute times for the city's residents. In this group project, my primary role was in the data collection and analysis phase, as well as contributing to the preliminary structural design of the proposed flyover. We began by conducting extensive traffic surveys at the Kathipara Junction during peak hours, collecting data on vehicle counts, turning movements, and pedestrian flow. We utilized software like Microsoft Excel and basic statistical methods to analyze this data and identify the key bottlenecks causing the congestion. We also consulted existing traffic studies and urban development plans for Chennai to understand the long-term traffic projections for the area. For the design phase, I focused on the preliminary structural design of a suitable flyover configuration. We considered different types of flyovers and, based on the site constraints and traffic volume, proposed a multi-lane flyover. I utilized AutoCAD to create initial layout plans and STAAD.Pro to perform basic structural analysis for different load scenarios, considering the typical vehicle loads and seismic zone requirements for Chennai. We also researched relevant Indian Road Congress (IRC) guidelines and standards applicable to flyover design in urban areas. One of the main challenges we faced was accurately capturing the complex traffic patterns at such a busy intersection and accounting for future growth. We addressed this by conducting multiple surveys on different days of the week and incorporating projected traffic increases based on Chennai's urban development trends. The outcome of our project was a comprehensive report detailing the traffic flow analysis, a proposed flyover design with preliminary structural details, and recommendations for implementation, including potential environmental and social considerations specific to Chennai's urban environment. This project provided me with valuable experience in traffic engineering principles, data analysis, structural design fundamentals, and the importance of considering the specific urban context when developing infrastructure solutions for a city like Chennai.
What was your favorite subject and why?
My favorite subject during my civil engineering studies at IIT Madras was transportation engineering. I found it particularly fascinating because it directly addresses the challenges and complexities of urban mobility, which is so evident in a bustling metropolis like Chennai. Understanding how to plan, design, and manage transportation systems, from roads and railways to public transit and traffic flow, to ensure efficient and safe movement of people and goods is a critical aspect of urban development. What I enjoyed most about transportation engineering was the blend of theoretical concepts and practical applications. We delved into topics like traffic flow analysis, highway design, pavement engineering, and public transportation planning, all of which are directly applicable to the infrastructure needs of a city like Chennai. I found the process of analyzing traffic data, similar to what we did in my project on the Kathipara Junction flyover, to be incredibly engaging. Understanding the mathematical models that govern traffic behavior and then using that knowledge to propose solutions like optimized signal timings or improved road layouts felt very impactful. Furthermore, the subject also introduced us to the principles of sustainable transportation planning, which is increasingly important in a densely populated city like Chennai. Learning about the integration of public transport, pedestrian and cycling infrastructure, and the environmental considerations in transportation projects resonated with my interest in creating more livable and sustainable urban environments. The case studies we analyzed, including examples of successful transportation systems in other major global cities, provided valuable insights into best practices that could be adapted for Chennai's unique context. Overall, transportation engineering not only provided me with a strong technical foundation but also ignited my passion for contributing to the development of efficient and sustainable transportation solutions for urban centers like Chennai.
Have you done any internships? What did you learn from them?
Yes, I had the opportunity to complete a valuable internship at Larsen & Toubro Construction in Chennai for 8 weeks during the summer of 2023. I was a structural design intern within their buildings and factories division. During my time there, I was involved in several aspects of the project lifecycle. My responsibilities included assisting senior engineers with the review of structural drawings for a high-rise residential project in Chennai, ensuring they adhered to the relevant IS codes and project specifications. I also had the chance to perform quantity takeoffs for various structural elements, which provided me with a practical understanding of material estimation and cost control in construction. Furthermore, I was tasked with preparing preliminary design reports for minor structural modifications under the guidance of my supervisor, which allowed me to apply the structural analysis principles I learned at IIT Madras using software like STAAD.Pro. I also gained exposure to the workflow and collaboration processes within a large construction company, observing how different teams, from design to execution, coordinate to bring a project to fruition. From this internship, I learned several crucial things. Firstly, I gained a much deeper appreciation for the practical challenges and considerations involved in implementing structural designs on a real construction site in a city like Chennai, including aspects like material availability, labor management, and adherence to timelines. Secondly, I significantly improved my understanding of the practical application of Indian standard codes and the importance of accuracy and attention to detail in structural drawings and calculations. I also developed my skills in using industry-standard software like STAAD.Pro in a professional setting. Beyond technical skills, I learned the importance of effective communication and teamwork in a large organization, as I had to interact with engineers from different departments and levels of experience. Overall, this internship at L&T Construction in Chennai was an invaluable experience that bridged the gap between my academic learning and the realities of the civil engineering industry. It solidified my interest in structural design and has further motivated me to pursue a career where I can contribute to the development of robust and sustainable infrastructure in the region and beyond.
Can you explain your final year project in simple terms?
My final year project was essentially about trying to solve a common problem in Chennai: traffic jams. We focused on the Kathipara junction, which is a really busy intersection and often gets very congested, causing delays for everyone. Our idea was to design a flyover at that junction. Think of it like building a road that goes over the existing one. This would allow vehicles going straight to pass over the traffic waiting to turn, helping to separate the different flows of vehicles. We collected data on how many vehicles use the intersection at different times of the day to understand where the biggest bottlenecks were. Based on this information, we came up with a preliminary design for a flyover that we believe would significantly reduce the traffic congestion at Kathipara Junction and make commuting much faster for people in Chennai.
How has your education prepared you for this role in civil engineering?
My civil engineering education at IIT Madras has provided me with a comprehensive and rigorous foundation that I believe has thoroughly prepared me for a challenging and impactful role in Chennai. The curriculum covered a wide spectrum of core civil engineering principles, including structural analysis and design, geotechnical engineering, transportation planning, and water resources management, all of which are crucial for addressing the infrastructural needs of a rapidly growing urban center like Chennai. Specifically, my coursework in transportation engineering and urban planning and infrastructure has given me a strong understanding of the challenges and opportunities associated with developing efficient and sustainable transportation networks and urban spaces in a city like Chennai, as demonstrated in my final year project on mitigating traffic congestion at the Kathipara Junction. Furthermore, my studies in structural design have equipped me with the knowledge and skills to analyze and design various types of structures, ensuring their safety and stability, which is essential for the construction of residential, commercial, and industrial buildings in Chennai's seismic zone. Throughout my degree, I gained hands-on experience with industry-standard software such as AutoCAD and STAAD.Pro, which are widely used in the civil engineering sector in Chennai for design, analysis, and drafting. My project work also involved applying these tools to solve real-world engineering problems, further enhancing my practical skills. While my focus was on a specific intersection, the principles and methodologies learned are transferable to addressing similar urban planning and infrastructure challenges across Chennai. Beyond the technical aspects, the rigorous academic environment at IIT Madras has honed my analytical and problem-solving abilities, enabling me to approach complex engineering issues with a structured and logical mindset. I am also a quick learner and eager to adapt to new technologies and methodologies that are continuously evolving in the field of civil engineering, particularly in a dynamic city like Chennai with its ongoing infrastructure development initiatives. I am confident that the comprehensive education I received has provided me with the fundamental knowledge and practical skills necessary to make a meaningful contribution to a civil engineering role in Chennai.
Tell me about a time you faced a challenge and how you handled it.
During my final year project focused on the traffic flow analysis and flyover design for the Kathipara Junction in Chennai, we encountered a significant challenge during the initial data collection phase. Our team was relying on manual traffic counts during peak hours, but we found that the sheer volume of traffic and the complexity of the intersection made it very difficult to accurately record all the necessary data, such as turning movements for different vehicle types. This inaccuracy in the fundamental data would have significantly impacted the reliability of our analysis and the effectiveness of our proposed flyover design for Chennai. My task was to ensure the accuracy of the traffic data. Recognizing the limitations of our initial approach, I took the initiative to research alternative data collection methods. I explored the possibility of using video recording and subsequent analysis, which would allow us to review the footage multiple times and capture all the necessary details more accurately. However, setting up the necessary equipment at such a busy intersection in Chennai posed logistical challenges and required permissions that would take time to obtain. Therefore, I proposed a hybrid approach. We decided to continue manual counts but implemented a more structured system with clearly defined roles and zones for each team member to focus on specific traffic movements. Additionally, I suggested using readily available smartphone applications designed for traffic counting, which allowed for more efficient data recording and reduced the chances of errors. I also took the responsibility of training my team members on how to use these applications effectively. As a result of this revised approach, we were able to collect a much more comprehensive and accurate dataset within the given timeframe. This improved data significantly enhanced the reliability of our traffic flow analysis and ultimately contributed to a more robust and informed flyover design proposal for the Kathipara Junction in Chennai. This experience taught me the importance of adaptability, resourcefulness, and the need to critically evaluate and refine methodologies when faced with challenges in engineering projects.
Describe a situation where you worked in a team.
During my final year at IIT Madras, I was part of a 4-member team tasked with designing a sustainable and cost-effective wastewater treatment plant for a hypothetical residential complex in Chennai. The project aimed to address the growing need for decentralized wastewater management solutions in urban areas like Chennai, where existing infrastructure can often be strained. My specific role within the team was focused on the design of the sedimentation and filtration units. This involved conducting detailed calculations based on the estimated wastewater flow and quality, selecting appropriate materials, and ensuring the design complied with relevant environmental regulations and standards prevalent in India. We had regular team meetings where each member would present their progress, discuss challenges, and brainstorm solutions. For instance, we had differing opinions on the type of filtration media to use, with some favoring sand filtration and others advocating for a more advanced membrane filtration system. To resolve this, we collaboratively researched the pros and cons of each option, considering factors like cost-effectiveness, efficiency in removing pollutants common in Chennai's wastewater, and long-term maintenance requirements. We created a comparative analysis matrix and, after a thorough discussion, decided to incorporate a combination of both methods in a phased approach to optimize performance and cost. I was responsible for preparing the detailed design drawings for the sedimentation tank using AutoCAD, ensuring it integrated seamlessly with the filtration units designed by my teammates. We also worked together on the overall layout of the treatment plant and the preparation of the final project report, ensuring a cohesive and well-documented output. The outcome of our collaborative effort was a comprehensive and feasible design for a wastewater treatment plant that met the project's objectives for sustainability and cost-effectiveness. This experience taught me the importance of effective communication, mutual respect for different perspectives, and the power of collaborative problem-solving in achieving complex engineering goals. I learned how to articulate my ideas clearly, actively listen to my teammates' inputs, and work towards a consensus that benefits the overall project, skills I believe are crucial for success in any engineering team.
Have you ever taken the initiative for something? Give an example.
During my undergraduate studies, while working on a structural design project for a community center in a hypothetical scenario in Chennai, I noticed that the initial design primarily focused on conventional materials like reinforced concrete. While these materials are standard, I felt there was an opportunity to incorporate more sustainable and locally sourced options, aligning with the growing emphasis on eco-friendly construction practices, especially in a climate-conscious region like Kerala, where I am currently located. Taking the initiative, I decided to research alternative and sustainable building materials that could be effectively used in the Chennai context. I explored options like locally sourced laterite blocks, which are known for their thermal insulation properties, and the potential for incorporating recycled materials in non-load-bearing elements. This wasn't a requirement of the project brief, but I felt it was important to consider the long-term environmental impact and the potential for cost savings through the use of local resources. I spent extra time outside of our regular project meetings to gather information on the properties, cost-effectiveness, and structural implications of these alternative materials. I then prepared a brief presentation for my project team, outlining my findings and proposing modifications to the original design to incorporate these sustainable elements. I also contacted a professor specializing in sustainable construction at our department for his feedback and guidance. As a result of my initiative, our team decided to incorporate the use of laterite blocks for the walls in the final design proposal, which not only reduced the overall embodied energy of the building but also potentially lowered construction costs. While we couldn't fully replace all conventional materials within the scope of the project, this initiative sparked a valuable discussion within the team about the importance of sustainable practices in civil engineering and broadened our understanding of the available options. This experience taught me the value of being proactive in seeking out innovative and environmentally responsible solutions, even when it's beyond the immediate project requirements, and the importance of effectively communicating the benefits of such initiatives to others.
How do you handle criticism?
I view criticism as a valuable opportunity for growth and development, both professionally and personally. When I receive criticism, my first approach is to listen attentively and try to fully understand the perspective of the person providing the feedback, without becoming defensive. I believe it's important to actively listen to the specific points being raised and to seek clarification if anything is unclear. For instance, if I received feedback on a structural design I proposed during a project, I would ask specific questions to understand the concerns and the reasoning behind the critique. Once I understand the feedback, I take time to objectively analyze it and determine its validity and relevance to the situation. I try to separate the personal aspect from the professional feedback and focus on how the criticism can help me improve my skills or the quality of my work in civil engineering. If the criticism is valid, I take immediate steps to address the issue, whether it involves re-evaluating my calculations, revising a design, or adjusting my approach to a task. I see it as a chance to learn and refine my engineering skills. I also understand that sometimes criticism might be subjective or based on a different perspective. In such cases, I would respectfully discuss my viewpoint while still being open to considering alternative approaches. Ultimately, I appreciate constructive criticism as it helps me identify areas where I can improve and become a more competent and effective civil engineer. I believe that being receptive to feedback is crucial for continuous learning and professional development in a dynamic field like civil engineering.
Tell me about a time you failed at something and what you learned from it.
During my undergraduate studies, I attempted to apply a specific software technique for optimizing the design of a water distribution network for a hypothetical expansion of a residential area in Chennai. We had learned about this advanced optimization algorithm in one of our water resources engineering courses, and I was eager to implement it in our project to potentially achieve a more efficient and cost-effective design compared to the traditional methods we were using. I spent a significant amount of time trying to integrate this algorithm into our existing model, but I encountered several technical difficulties and ultimately wasn't successful in getting it to function correctly within the project's timeframe. This resulted in us having to revert to a more conventional design approach, which, while still adequate, didn't achieve the level of optimization I had initially hoped for. I felt disappointed that I couldn't successfully implement the more advanced technique and potentially contribute to a more innovative solution for Chennai's water infrastructure. Upon reflection, I realized that my failure stemmed from a few key areas. Firstly, I lacked a deep enough understanding of the underlying complexities of the optimization algorithm and tried to implement it without thoroughly grasping its nuances. Secondly, I didn't seek help or guidance from my professor or more experienced peers early enough when I started facing difficulties. I was perhaps too focused on trying to solve the problem independently. From this experience, I learned the importance of a more thorough understanding of theoretical concepts before attempting to apply them in complex practical scenarios. I also realized the value of seeking guidance and collaborating with others when facing technical challenges. Since then, I've made a conscious effort to not only grasp the how but also the why behind engineering principles and to not hesitate in reaching out for support when needed. In future projects, especially when dealing with advanced techniques, I would ensure I have a solid theoretical foundation and would proactively seek mentorship to avoid similar setbacks.
How do you prioritize tasks when you have multiple deadlines?
When faced with multiple deadlines in a civil engineering context, particularly when envisioning working on projects in a dynamic city like Chennai, my approach involves a structured and methodical process. Firstly, I would carefully analyze all the tasks at hand and clearly understand the specific requirements and deadlines for each. This involves reviewing project briefs, understanding client expectations, and noting any dependencies between tasks. Next, I prioritize these tasks based on a combination of their importance and urgency. Importance is determined by the task's impact on the overall project goals and its critical path. For instance, in a structural design project for a building in Chennai, ensuring the foundational analysis is completed on time would be deemed highly important as subsequent design stages depend on it. Urgency, on the other hand, is dictated by the proximity of the deadline. Tasks with immediate deadlines, such as submitting a progress report or completing a specific set of calculations for a client meeting in Chennai, would take precedence. Once I have a clear understanding of the priorities, I would break down larger tasks into smaller, more manageable subtasks. This allows me to approach the workload in a more organized manner and track progress effectively. I would then create a realistic timeline or schedule, allocating specific time slots for each subtask, taking into account the estimated effort required and any potential buffers for unforeseen delays. For instance, when working on the flyover design project for Kathipara Junction in Chennai, we broke down the project into phases like data collection, traffic analysis, preliminary design, and detailed structural design, with specific deadlines for each phase. Furthermore, I consider the resources required for each task, such as access to specific software, availability of data which might involve coordination with local authorities in Chennai, or the need for input from other team members. I ensure that these resources are planned for in advance to avoid bottlenecks. Finally, I believe in the importance of flexibility and proactive communication. In a real-world civil engineering project in Chennai, unexpected challenges can arise. Therefore, I would regularly review my progress against the schedule and be prepared to adjust priorities if necessary. If I foresee any potential delays or conflicts with deadlines, I would communicate this promptly to my team leader or supervisor, allowing for collaborative problem-solving and mitigation strategies to be implemented. This proactive approach helps ensure that projects stay on track and that deadlines are met effectively, even in a complex and demanding environment like the construction industry in Chennai.
Have you ever had a conflict in a team? How did you resolve it?
During our final year project at IIT Madras, where we were designing a sustainable wastewater treatment plant for a hypothetical residential complex in Chennai, our team encountered a conflict regarding the selection of the treatment technology for the tertiary stage. Two team members strongly advocated for a more advanced and potentially more efficient membrane bioreactor (MBR) system, citing its superior effluent quality, which is crucial for environmental compliance in a densely populated area like Chennai. However, another team member, including myself initially, was leaning towards a more conventional and cost-effective sand filtration system, considering the project's emphasis on affordability and ease of maintenance. The conflict arose from the differing priorities and the perceived trade-offs between efficiency and cost. Both sides presented their arguments with technical justifications, leading to a stalemate in our decision-making process. As one of the team members focused on the overall system design and cost analysis, I felt it was my responsibility to help bridge this gap. To resolve the conflict, I first ensured that everyone had a chance to voice their opinions and concerns without interruption. I actively listened to the technical arguments for both the MBR and the sand filtration systems, trying to understand the underlying reasoning and the potential benefits and drawbacks of each in the specific context of Chennai's environmental regulations and the project's budget constraints. I then took the initiative to organize a dedicated meeting specifically to discuss this issue. I prepared a comparative analysis table highlighting the key features, costs, both initial and operational, efficiency, and maintenance requirements of both systems, drawing upon research papers and industry best practices relevant to wastewater treatment in urban settings like Chennai. During the meeting, I facilitated an open discussion, encouraging each team member to explain their perspective and address the concerns raised by others. I emphasized the importance of considering all factors, including the long-term sustainability and the specific effluent quality targets we needed to achieve for the Chennai region. Through this facilitated discussion and the data presented in the comparative analysis, we collectively agreed to adopt a hybrid approach, incorporating a preliminary sand filtration stage followed by a smaller-scale MBR unit for enhanced polishing of the effluent. This compromise addressed the concerns about cost-effectiveness while still ensuring a high level of treatment efficiency. The resolution of this conflict not only led to a more robust and well-thought-out design for our wastewater treatment plant but also taught me valuable lessons about the importance of open communication, active listening, objective analysis, and the ability to find common ground when working in a team, especially in the context of complex engineering projects where different technical perspectives are common.
What skills do you have that make you a good fit for this role?
Based on my understanding of the requirements for a civil engineering role, I possess a strong set of skills that I believe make me a well-suited candidate. Firstly, my academic foundation in civil engineering from IIT Madras has provided me with a comprehensive understanding of core principles across various domains, including structural analysis and design, geotechnical engineering, transportation planning, and water resources management. I have a solid grasp of fundamental concepts and the ability to apply them to practical engineering problems. Technically, I am proficient in several industry-standard software tools essential for civil engineering work. I have hands-on experience with AutoCAD for drafting and detailing, STAAD.Pro for structural analysis and design, and Revit for building information modeling. My coursework and projects have also familiarized me with relevant Indian Standard (IS) codes and specifications, which I understand are crucial for projects across India, including Chennai. For instance, in my final year project on the traffic flow analysis and flyover design for the Kathipara junction in Chennai, I utilized these software tools and adhered to relevant IRC guidelines. Beyond technical skills, I have developed strong analytical and problem-solving abilities through the rigorous curriculum at IIT Madras and the various projects I have undertaken. I am adept at breaking down complex problems into smaller, manageable components and developing effective solutions. My experience working in teams on projects like the wastewater treatment plant design has also honed my teamwork and communication skills, allowing me to collaborate effectively with others to achieve common goals. I am a detail-oriented individual with a strong work ethic and a commitment to producing high-quality work. Furthermore, I am a quick and eager learner. I am excited about the prospect of applying my knowledge in a real-world setting and am confident in my ability to quickly adapt to the specific technologies and methodologies used by your organization. My passion for civil engineering and my enthusiasm to contribute to meaningful infrastructure development, particularly in a vibrant and growing region like Chennai, further solidify my belief that I would be a valuable asset to your team.
Do you have any certifications or additional courses that are relevant to this job?
Yes, I have proactively pursued a few certifications and additional courses to further enhance my skills and knowledge in civil engineering, which I believe are relevant to this role. Firstly, I have completed a certification course in advanced structural analysis using STAAD.Pro through Bentley Institute Learn. This course provided me with a deeper understanding of advanced modeling techniques, dynamic analysis, and the application of various Indian standard codes for structural design, which I believe would be directly applicable to structural engineering projects, including those in Chennai. Additionally, I have completed an online course on sustainable construction and design offered by Coursera through the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. This course covered principles of green building, life cycle assessment of materials, and strategies for minimizing the environmental impact of construction projects, which aligns with the growing importance of sustainable development in urban centers like Chennai and across India. Furthermore, recognizing the importance of project management in the successful execution of civil engineering projects, I have also completed a foundational course in project management principles and practices through Mihiraa. This course has equipped me with valuable knowledge in project planning, scheduling, risk management, and team coordination, skills that are essential for effectively contributing to any civil engineering team. While these are some of the key certifications and courses I have completed, I am also continuously looking for opportunities to expand my knowledge and stay updated with the latest advancements in civil engineering through webinars, industry publications, and online learning platforms. I believe these additional qualifications demonstrate my commitment to continuous professional development and my eagerness to bring a well-rounded skill set to your organization.
Can you explain embodied energy in simple terms?
Think about building something in Chennai, like a new apartment complex or a bridge. We use a lot of materials like cement, steel, bricks, and maybe even granite from nearby areas. Embodied energy is basically all the energy that was needed to get those materials ready and to the construction site before they were even used. This includes the energy used to dig up the raw materials, process them in factories which could be far away or even within Chennai, transport them using trucks and other vehicles which definitely contributes to traffic and pollution in Chennai, and finally get them to the construction site. Why is this important for Chennai? Well, Chennai is a big and growing city, so there's a lot of construction happening. If we keep using materials that take a lot of energy to make and transport, it adds to our overall energy consumption and can contribute to environmental issues like pollution and climate change, which are already concerns in a major urban center. For example, making cement is a very energy-intensive process. If we can choose materials that require less energy to produce, or if we can source materials locally within Tamil Nadu or closer to Chennai, we can reduce the embodied energy of our buildings and infrastructure. This helps in making our construction more sustainable and reduces our impact on the environment in Chennai and the surrounding region. So, when engineers and builders in Chennai think about sustainability, they should also consider the embodied energy of the materials they choose, not just how much energy the building will use once it's finished.
What software/tools have you used related to this role?
Think about building something in Chennai, like a new apartment complex or a bridge. We use a lot of materials like cement, steel, bricks, and maybe even granite from nearby areas. Embodied energy is basically all the energy that was needed to get those materials ready and to the construction site before they were even used. This includes the energy used to dig up the raw materials, process them in factories which could be far away or even within Chennai, transport them using trucks and other vehicles which definitely contributes to traffic and pollution in Chennai, and finally get them to the construction site. Why is this important for Chennai? Well, Chennai is a big and growing city, so there's a lot of construction happening. If we keep using materials that take a lot of energy to make and transport, it adds to our overall energy consumption and can contribute to environmental issues like pollution and climate change, which are already concerns in a major urban center. For example, making cement is a very energy-intensive process. If we can choose materials that require less energy to produce, or if we can source materials locally within Tamil Nadu or closer to Chennai, we can reduce the embodied energy of our buildings and infrastructure. This helps in making our construction more sustainable and reduces our impact on the environment in Chennai and the surrounding region. So, when engineers and builders in Chennai think about sustainability, they should also consider the embodied energy of the materials they choose, not just how much energy the building will use once it's finished.
How do you stay updated with industry trends and new technologies in civil engineering?
To stay updated with the latest industry trends and new technologies in civil engineering, particularly with a focus on Chennai's evolving infrastructure landscape, I employ a multi-pronged approach. Firstly, I regularly follow the publications and journals of prominent professional organizations in India, such as the Indian Institute of Engineers, IEI, and the Indian Roads Congress, IRC. These resources often feature articles and research papers on the latest advancements in construction materials, design methodologies, and infrastructure development relevant to the Indian context, including urban centers like Chennai. Secondly, I actively utilize online resources. I follow reputable civil engineering news websites and blogs that frequently report on new projects, technological innovations, and policy changes within the industry in India. Platforms like Construction Week India and Infrastructure Today provide valuable insights into the current trends and developments happening across the country, including significant projects in Chennai. I also follow relevant LinkedIn groups and professionals in the civil engineering sector to stay informed about discussions and emerging technologies. Furthermore, I regularly participate in webinars and online courses offered by platforms like Coursera, edX, and industry-specific providers. These often cover specialized topics such as sustainable construction techniques, advanced structural analysis software, and the application of BIM in large-scale infrastructure projects, all of which are increasingly relevant in Chennai's rapidly growing construction sector. Finally, I also engage in discussions with my professors at IIT Madras and network with alumni who are currently working in Chennai's civil engineering industry. These interactions provide valuable insights into the practical challenges and opportunities within the local context and help me stay abreast of the latest trends and technologies being adopted in the field.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I envision myself as a proficient and contributing civil engineer actively involved in significant infrastructure projects within Chennai. My immediate goal is to secure a challenging entry-level position where I can apply the foundational knowledge and skills I gained at IIT Madras and learn from experienced professionals in a practical setting. Ideally, I see myself working in a role that allows me to contribute to the development of sustainable and resilient urban infrastructure in Chennai, given my strong interest in this area. Within the first couple of years, I aim to gain hands-on experience in all phases of the project lifecycle, from design and planning to execution and quality control. I am particularly keen to develop expertise in sustainable urban development and transportation infrastructure, considering Chennai's growing needs in these sectors. I plan to actively seek opportunities to work on projects that align with these interests, potentially contributing to initiatives like the expansion of green spaces, the development of efficient public transportation systems such as the Chennai Metro, or the implementation of smart city technologies in Chennai. As I gain more experience and develop my technical skills, I see myself taking on increasing levels of responsibility, potentially progressing towards a project engineer role where I can manage specific aspects of larger projects, perhaps even with a company like Mihiraa Constructions. I am also committed to continuous learning and professional development. I intend to pursue relevant certifications, such as becoming a chartered engineer in India, and to stay updated with the latest advancements in civil engineering through ongoing learning and engagement with industry best practices, particularly those relevant to the Indian context and the specific challenges and opportunities in Chennai. Ultimately, in 5 years, I aspire to be a valuable member of a reputable civil engineering firm in Chennai, contributing meaningfully to the city's growth and development by applying my skills and passion to create sustainable and impactful infrastructure solutions.
What are your short-term and long-term career goals in civil engineering?
My short-term career goals in civil engineering, with a focus on Chennai, are primarily centered around gaining practical experience and building a strong foundation in the industry. Within the next 1 to 3 years, my immediate goal is to secure a challenging entry-level position with a reputable civil engineering firm in Chennai, ideally one that aligns with my interests in sustainable urban development and transportation infrastructure. I am eager to immerse myself in real-world projects, working alongside experienced engineers and learning the intricacies of project planning, design, and execution. I aim to quickly develop proficiency in relevant software and tools, further hone my technical skills in areas like structural analysis and design, and gain hands-on experience in site supervision and quality control procedures, particularly as they apply to the construction practices in Chennai. My short-term focus is on being a valuable and contributing member of a team, absorbing knowledge, and demonstrating a strong work ethic. My long-term career goals, looking beyond the next 5 years, involve specializing in a specific area of civil engineering that addresses the evolving needs of a rapidly growing urban center like Chennai. I am particularly interested in becoming an expert in sustainable urban infrastructure development, potentially focusing on areas like green building design, integrated transportation systems, or smart city solutions that can enhance the quality of life for Chennai's residents. I aspire to take on increasing levels of responsibility, eventually leading complex projects and contributing strategically to the planning and implementation of significant infrastructure initiatives in the city. I also intend to pursue professional certifications, such as becoming a chartered engineer, to validate my expertise and commitment to the field. Ultimately, my long-term goal is to make a meaningful and lasting impact on the civil engineering landscape of Chennai, contributing to the creation of sustainable, resilient, and efficient infrastructure that supports the city's growth and development for years to come.
Are you planning for higher studies, or do you want to gain experience first in civil engineering?
My immediate plan is to gain practical experience in the field of civil engineering, specifically within Chennai. Having just graduated from IIT Madras, I am eager to apply the theoretical knowledge and foundational skills I have acquired to real-world projects and contribute to the infrastructure development of a dynamic city like Chennai. I believe that working on diverse projects, collaborating with experienced professionals, and understanding the practical challenges and nuances of the construction industry in Chennai will provide me with invaluable learning and growth opportunities at this stage of my career. I feel that gaining this practical experience first will not only make me a more effective and well-rounded civil engineer in the long run but will also provide a clearer perspective on which specific areas within civil engineering I might want to specialize in should I decide to pursue higher studies in the future. For instance, working on transportation projects in Chennai might further solidify my interest in urban mobility and potentially lead me to pursue a master's degree in transportation engineering later on. While I am not ruling out higher studies entirely, I believe that the immediate priority for me is to immerse myself in the professional environment in Chennai, contribute to meaningful projects, and develop a strong practical foundation. I am confident that this hands-on experience will be immensely beneficial for my long-term career goals in civil engineering, whether or not I choose to pursue further academic qualifications down the line.
Are you willing to relocate?
Yes, absolutely. I am definitely willing to relocate to Chennai for the right opportunity in civil engineering. Given that the focus of our conversation has been on opportunities in Chennai, I have already been considering the logistics and am enthusiastic about the prospect of working there. I am originally from this region of South India and am very comfortable with the culture and environment. My primary focus is to secure a challenging and rewarding role where I can apply my skills and contribute to a reputable organization like yours, and I understand that this may require relocation. Therefore, I am fully prepared and willing to move to Chennai to pursue this career opportunity.
What is your expected salary?
That's a fair question. While I have researched the typical salary ranges for entry-level civil engineering positions in Chennai, particularly for graduates from institutions like IIT Madras, my primary focus at this stage is to find the right opportunity where I can learn and contribute meaningfully. I am more interested in a role that offers significant growth potential and aligns with my career goals in sustainable urban development and transportation infrastructure. However, based on my research and understanding of the industry standards for freshers with my qualifications in Chennai, I would expect a salary in the range of 3.5 Indian rupees to 4.5 Indian rupees lakhs per annum. I am also open to discussing this further based on the specific responsibilities, benefits, and overall compensation package that you offer for this role. I am confident that we can reach a mutually agreeable figure once I have a better understanding of the full scope of the position.
Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, I do have a few questions. Firstly, regarding the role itself, could you elaborate on the specific types of projects a fresher in this position would typically be involved in, particularly those based in Chennai? Secondly, I am very interested in understanding the team structure. Could you tell me more about the team I would be working with and the opportunities for collaboration within the department? Thirdly, I am keen on continuous learning and professional development. Does the company provide any specific training programs or opportunities for skill enhancement, especially in areas like advanced structural analysis or sustainable design practices? Finally, considering the company's work in Chennai, are there any specific upcoming projects or initiatives that you are particularly excited about and that a new team member might have the chance to contribute to?